Hey, you guys, and welcome to the Lofi-Network, Pisces Soul Tribe. I want to get into some general messages for you. And of course, anything you need from me can be found down below in the description box. So, real quick, here's what I realized asking for help, saying that you need help, it's not an easy thing. It's almost the equivalent to saying, I love you. Both very difficult to say, but I have a solution. That solution is our sponsor, Psychic Source. They're here to help with all clarity that you need, any insight that you need, just like I would give you insight, but it's different. You get to make new connections. And if you use my unique code, JMarion, you can get up to 40 minutes for $19.80. And if you're not satisfied with it, you can also get your money back. But Psychic Source is a source that I would recommend as I use them myself. You can check those details down below in the description box. Okay, now on to your reading. Divine, what is the current energy concerning Pisces at this time? Okay, so first coming out is by Felicia. So peacing out. Thank you. Next, leaving and not caring. Divine, clarify by Felicia. Okay. So dirty money. So laundering still illegal. It did come out in reverse. So what I feel like, okay, and this has just been a very prominent, very heavy energy in the readings lately. I feel like a lot of you all are piecing out old ways of being, feeling like honestly if it no longer resonates with you, you're letting it go. That could be people, it could be jobs, it could be whatever, it could be places, it could be habits, it could be many different things. But if it no longer resonates with you, you're letting it go. This is giving a vibe of someone who honestly wants to make their own money, because with dirty money it's just giving me a feel of someone who is not satisfied with what they've been giving, and honestly seeing your worth and seeing your value. You want to make your own money. Divine, what else is here? Okay, so we have new boo. So for some of you all, you are leaving old situations for new situations, new love, learning each other, as well as flirtations. And Divine, clarify new boo. Okay, so we have extra. So dramatic, trying too hard, as well as starter. I feel like in this particular space, there's something that you're giving your all to. I'm not even feeling this on a toxic level. What I'm feeling someone who's doing a whole lot, who's doing the absolute most. I feel like for some of you all, you do vibe with someone so well that you're willing to give them a lot, but I don't feel like it's still the extent of sacrificing yourself. For some of you all, you have learned a very hefty lesson when it comes down to your self-value, your worth, and what it is you seek out of your life. I do feel that a lot of you all just once again are putting all of your efforts into something new instead of old. Divine, one more for me here, please. And then we have liftoff. So for others, you are leaving old situations to accelerate, to elevate in your life, to change your circumstances. I do feel like for a lot of you, that could be the perfect decision for you. I do feel like with this liftoff, there will be some form of financial freedom. You will be able to take care of yourself. I don't feel like there would be many questions for yourself surrounding if you will be okay or not. Something for you is going to take off unexpectedly. Like you can be expecting the countdown, but even when the countdown is over, when it does finally take off, it's still going to shock and surprise you, because this is something you've never done before. Divine, clarify liftoff. And then we have frenemy. So fake friends, two-faced, hidden intentions. You are elevating. And I feel like once again, you're leaving old situationships behind, friendships behind. I don't feel like People are entitled to do what they want to feel, how they do feel. I'm seeing the word jealousy. So it's possible that even though you no longer are surrounded by certain people, they still have these feels and notions of being jealous or being envious because things are probably finally taking off for you. I do feel like for you, there's a major difference in what's taken off for you versus other people. I feel like most other people just tend to elevate themselves in a 9 to 5. For you, this is something different, even beyond entrepreneurship, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, because I feel like for some of you, this has nothing to do with opening a business. Something is getting ready to take off. This could have something to do with your notoriety, the way you're being viewed or seen. For some of you, this could have something to do with popularity or even celebrity status. Yes. Divine, can I have one more for frenemy and liftoff? Okay, so we have the blues. So scared, heavy emotions, mental distress. So there's this hefty feeling of people being left behind. Now people are feeling left behind the same way that they left you behind. People are very interesting. People are very interesting. It's like they are okay with treating you a certain type of way, but when they're treated the way that they treated you, it's a whole different kind of story. They're asking for grace. They're asking for some type of mercy to be extended. And I don't feel like in this bout and in this time around, grace is yours to extend. Leave that up to God. Because I feel like you've extended grace. Like, I feel like you've done that. And I don't feel like just because people telling you or may tell you that you should, that you have to. I feel like you need to consider your health. And that's the only thing that really truly does matter. Divine, give me one more for new boot and extra, please. Yeah, just like I said. So you have swept up. So head over heels, falling in love, intense emotions. Yeah, somebody is giving a lot to a new space. And I feel like it's because you feel like you can. I feel like this is something that you are trusting and are relying on. I don't feel as if any old previous ways or any previous experiences that you've gone through concerning romantic relationships or spaces has affected this space. I feel like you've gone into this space with a new mindset. And I feel like you're allowing things to happen because there's no need for red flags in this particular moment. Divine, bye Felicia and dirty money. Okay, so we have skirt, getaway, quick getaway, the runner escaping. So I feel like it's possible. Let me have one more before I say this. Divine, can you clarify deeply? Okay, so supersize me. So doing too much excessive overindulgence. So I'm getting this sense of somebody, like, I feel like you've gotten away from something, and I feel like once you've gotten away from this, I feel like the whole spot is getting ready to blow up. I feel like you got away in the nick of time, because I feel like something was going to become a whole lot more tasking, a whole lot more trying before you left. Okay, like after you left, shit hit the fan is what I'm hearing. Okay, like I feel like after you left a particular space, organization, friends, or whatever, something popped off. Okay, something definitely popped off, and I feel like it was too much for a lot of other people to handle. I feel like people also thought that they were going to get get away scot free, after treating you a particular way, after doing something to you. This is something that was just strictly done underneath the radar. I'm not feeling like any like negative energy, concerning you in this particular situation. I'm just feeling this vibe of somebody who thought that they were going to get away with doing something very nefarious and very sneaky, but I do feel like eventually this is going to rise to the surface. Divine, concerning Bye Felicia Dirty Money, what's the message here? Okay, so we have the Two of Swords. Divine, tell me about the Two of Swords. Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups. Divine, clarify the Ten of Cups, because this will tell me right here. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups. So I'm feeling like what's happening here now is you separated. Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yes, you separated yourself from a space. You've moved away. An old way of being, an old lifestyle, an old corporation, an old relationship. Those things you have decided to leave behind with the Two of Cups, Two of Swords, Two of Swords, 10 of Cups, and the Two of Cups. 22 could be significant for a lot of you all. But I feel like what's happening now is more so a giving up one thing for another, a leaving to go to. I feel like this is all about making room, making space for something that you could actually use. Divine, move forward, please. Two of Cups, 10 of So we have the Five of Wands. So there was a lot of conflict, concerning the situation. And I feel like, once again, once you left a situation, I feel like shit hit the fan. Divine, clarify the Two of Swords. The decision here, Divine. With the Ace of Swords. Divine, tell me about the Ace of Swords, Two of Swords. Okay, so the Magician as well as the Page of Cups. So I feel like you got some sort of message here, and I feel like this is more so involving your manifestations, what you wanted to create. I feel like you saw potential in an honest, true path of yours with the Ace of Swords, the Magician, as well as the Page of Cups. And I feel like once you saw that path and once you began to believe in that path again, I feel like that's the path that you began to go after. I feel like you wanted your own. You wanted to do things on your own. You wanted your own money. You wanted to create your own money. You wanted to also be able to give yourself a raise if you wanted to give yourself a raise. I feel like you're in this type of energy where you don't want your stability to be predicated on anybody else and what they can give to you. Divine, one more for this Page of Cups here. Magician, Ace of Swords. We have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you saw the benefit in doing something new, doing something different. And that difference has all to do with you manifesting your dreams with the star here at the bottom of the deck. I feel like you see potential within yourself now. And I feel like you're no longer seeking without, you're seeking within. I feel like you yourself as a whole are completed. And I feel like now that you have this sense of completion, even if it's only you doing for yourself, I feel like you are about to see major benefits in your life, major changes in your life, because you don't have to consult with anybody else anymore. You trust yourself enough now to make necessary decisions and changes in your life. Divine, new boo, extra as well as swept up. What's the message here? So we have the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. 54 could be significant as well as 45. So I'm getting this sense of you standing your ground. I feel like you are holding to a scenario, holding to your word, holding on to even actions that you've taken. I feel like you are remaining firm in the fact that you are leaving people behind. And this is something that you are not changing from, with the Five of Pentacles as well as the Four of Pentacles. I feel like people are also without your healing nature is also what I'm hearing, because I feel like for you, you may have been the only person who was more so spiritually inclined other than most people going to church ever so often. But it's something about you having a different understanding. There was something ethereal about you. Maybe it was something about your intuition, you being, maybe you said something around people and little do you know, maybe you spoke into their lives, or maybe you said something that happened to them, earlier in the week or something like that. But people are in some way, missing that type of energy, because I feel like in this time and in this day and age, we need somebody who has a deeper understanding of spirit, esoteric knowledge, spiritual beliefs that can, help other people navigate through this space, and then they'll have a compass to be able to navigate on their own. Divine, Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. We have the Six of Wands. That seems to be benefiting you here as well. We have 5, 4, 4, 5, 6 as well. Yeah, I feel like you're having major success with the decisions you're making on your own. The choices that you're making concern yourself have deeper meaning. They have deeper value. And I don't feel like you're second guessing those things anymore. I feel like you're standing firm. Once again, Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, Six of Wands. You're remaining firm and consistent in the directions that you're headed and you're going. You're not looking to a lot of other people, but I feel like people are going to see what's happening with you with this Six of Wands. Divine, tell me about the Six of Wands. I feel like you're going to be outwardly successful. Like it's not going to be a doubt. We have the Tower. I feel like people, whatever you're going through, or whatever changes that are going through your life, they're going to be exposed. I feel like people, possibly watch you on social media. You probably, excuse me, you may be an influencer, and I feel like people are watching your life unfold right before their very eyes. But it's given a deeper aspect other than people seeing highlights of your life. Divine, last one for the Tower. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups. I feel like you are remaining true to those things that you started, those things that you started to attract as well. Earlier we had the Page of Cups. Now we have the Knight of Cups. I feel like you have attracted these changes within your life, and I feel like these changes are going to be very fulfilling to you. I feel like you're remaining consistent with the work, being the Knight of Cups. Okay, you're being diligent to whatever it is you're attracting, and I feel like once again you're going to have success with that, with the Six of Wands. This is definitely concerning the maturation of your dreams, your goals, things that you possibly wanted to manifest. I'm even seeing a vision board here as well. Okay, Divine, lift off frenemy and the blues. You're leaving a lot of people behind. We have the Ace of Cups, and we have the Eight of Pentacles. You're leaving a lot of people behind for the love of work, but not in a toxic way. Seven of Pentacles, 8 and 7. A lot of chronological synchronicities today. I feel like you definitely are, because we do have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So something for you seems to be in order here. Something certainly is in order for you, and I feel like you're not taking no for an answer. I feel like you're going out, you're hitting the ground running, and you're not stopping until you get exactly what you want. Divine, Ace of Cups, 8 of Pentacles. Whatever it is, you're good at it, and I also feel like people are going to love you for this here as well, with the 9 of Cups. So we have 7, 8, 9 truly coming out here as well. I feel like many different things are going to happen for you. And then we even have the 10 of Cups on the other side. So honestly, we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I do feel like the only way is up. Elevation for you is a literal thing. Divine, and lastly for the 9 of Cups. Okay, and we have the 6 of Pentacles. I feel like this is something that you're getting ready to receive. I feel like offers for you are a real thing, especially with the Ace of Cups. I feel like this is going to be one of those things that you're going to be able to check off, like one of those things as accomplished, one of those things is done. But there's something about just continuing to move forward, because something is going to continually give to you as you give to it. So I do feel like with that thing being, that's going to be your dreams, something that you obtain, and no one will be able to take this away from you, because this is something that you created. With the King of Cups. So Page of Cups, Knight of Cups, King of Cups. Divine, last one here for the 6 of Pentacles. Yeah, lift off for you is going to be a real thing with the 2 of Pentacles. I feel like you're getting ready to see immediate changes in your life. For people who are viewing you, it's going to look immediate, but you know that you've been on a journey, and this journey hasn't been easy. I feel like this is something that you are going to be able to talk and discuss about. Divine, clarify last time for the 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, with the 7 of Swords, I feel like at this present moment, this is something that's hidden from you, because I feel like it's meant to be a surprise. I feel like certain details, within your life are well out on open display, but those things are even subject to change as well as you change and make decisions within your life, especially the way tarot works. Anyway, tarot is not the future, but I feel like it's the likely outcome considering the work that's being done at this moment. And a lot of you all have been working, you've been healing, and you've been doing a lot to elevate yourself here. So I feel like the next steps in your life, you're about to see major growth with the Knight of Pentacles, because you've done a lot of work, and slow and steady has won you this race. Divine, likely outcomes. Okay, so we actually do have the Tower coming out. So changes, necessary changes, balance, and these changes are happening for balance with the justice at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like you all are beginning to see course correction is what I'm feeling. Okay, shifts, and I feel like those shifts are meant to happen to put you in the right space. A lot of you have gone through, and it was never intended for you to go through in the way that you have gone through. You've gone through because of the other things that people have done, and those things had nothing to do with you. It seems like those things were, once again, those things were not on your agenda, but because of the behaviors of people, they forced some sort of karma on you, is also what I'm hearing. I feel like that's about to be reversed as well. And that which you did complete, that which you did go through, I feel like you are about to receive karmic justice, some form of reward here as well. Divine, the Tower here, please. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands. So I feel like for you, something is over. And then we have the Six of Wands. You literally have gone through the necessary changes to shift yourself in a space where you're guaranteed some sort of success. I feel like this is giving overnight. I feel like this is also given that this is even going to surprise you with the Tower, Four of Wands, as well as the Six of Wands. This feels like something that was a really big, hefty dream, and you've done it. You've done the necessary work. You've done the necessary skills with the Four of Wands, and you are now getting ready to see graduation day. Divine, Six of Wands, Four of Wands, the Tower. So you have the Hermit here. And then you have the Magician. So there's something that you've definitely done. There's something that you've also figured out here as well, especially with the Hermit. You've attained and received, gone through, experienced some sort of knowledge. Okay. You figured something out, and this could be a method to create what you wanted to, especially with the Magician coming in. I feel like it was all more so getting to yourself, figuring out what it is you need to do, figuring out those next steps, how to maintain something here as well. Okay, Divine, the Magician. But the foundation of what you have going on with the Star, this is definitely a manifestation. Some of you all are getting ready to see your dreams happen, and they're coming in quickly with the Eight of Wands. You all are really moving into a time where you are about to manifest some sort of potential. A lot of you are literally on the right track to get what you want to get. Stay the course, people. I feel like that's all it is. Stay the course, remain consistent, remain diligent with what you have going on, and trust and believe and know that what you have and what you have going on could be a success. I feel is just more so predicated, once again, all on what you do. But the connection is there. I feel like what you want wants you as well. And I also feel like it's a gift. The divine wants you to have it as well. Okay. Pisces Soul Tribe, that was your reading. Hopefully this message resonates with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, and you're able to take something from it that you could use. Of course, if there's anything you need from me, you can find those details down below in the description box. And that includes the link to our sponsored psychic source. I know you've been needing clarity. I know you have, especially in this time. But if you use my unique code, JMarion, you can get up to 40 minutes for $19.80. So check that out. Details down below in the description box. And as always, my good people, remember to conquer this day, and see you in the network. Bye, guys.